Two truths and a lie. Next month, we're gonna have two Nintendo Directs. One of them is going to be all about Smash Bros. Ultimate. And finally, 7 brand new Smash characters leaked on the internet today, and one of them is Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, bear in mind, all of that is just rumors, but I'm here to say that 2 of those things are most likely true, while the third, we know it's a lie. And I want to start with all of that because I am very excited. November is going to be huge if you're a Nintendo Switch fan. But we will get to all of that in just a second. My name is Wood Wooderson. You're watching Wood News at Wood O'Clock. Listen up, would you? We'll get there. Let's start with these 2 rumored Nintendo Directs for November. That's a hard sentence to say. Now, if you guys remember the last couple of Directs that we had, there was really strong rumors leading up to the weeks of those Directs that those Directs were actually going to happen. Even down to the few days before those Directs premiered, those same people spreading those rumors came back and said, hey, you know how we said there was going to be a Direct? Well, now it's going to be in 3 days. And they even pinpointed the actual day. Again, I don't know who these people are. I know where I get my sources from, and those people talk to these people. Whenever I picture them, they just have giant bags over their heads with X's on them. They're a complete mystery to me. And I've said this before, but the only way they can know the things they know is if they are like Reggie level of up there in Nintendo, and yet they keep spreading this information. For those that have been following the channel for a while now, you might remember that these same sources told me about the Mario Bros. Wii U port to Switch like a month before it was announced at that Direct. So at this point, I trust these sources wholeheartedly. They've more than proved to themselves that they do know at least somewhat what is going on at Nintendo right now. So if they're saying there's going to be 2 Nintendo Directs next month, I am more than willing to believe them. One of them supposedly is going to be all about Smash Brothers, and that doesn't surprise me at all because we saw E3 was dedicated to Smash, and then there was a Direct after that that was pretty much dedicated to Smash, and Smash is their big release for the year, and hyping this thing up as much as possible is a smart idea by Nintendo. And how many times have I said Smash so far in this video? Let me know down below. But there is quite a few things they can still talk about in regards to Smash. They never showed us that blurred out hidden mode that they have planned that we can all pretty much assume is going to be a single player mode. Some kind of story driven adventure mode maybe, but they can definitely dive into that, answer those questions, and I could see that being something that could actually get people on board with the game that maybe they were hesitant before. They love Smash, they don't have many friends, so they're just looking for that little thing to tip them over the edge, so a whole event about the single player mode and maybe some extra characters could pique more interest, if that's even possible at this point. I feel like everyone that's going to get it is sold on it already. I do want the game to do as well as possible and shatter expectations. So what will the other Direct be, you're asking me right now? What have your sources said about that second Direct? I don't want to disappoint you, but nothing. There's no information on that Direct yet, but we can probably assume it's going to be just other stuff. Other things Nintendo has in the works, some of their other games that are coming out relatively soon, like Daemon X Machina, just random stuff like that. Maybe we'll see another Wii U port. I haven't heard that anywhere, but the Wii U ports are doing so well that it seems like they're literally just putting everything over, and there is a few games left still. I would like to see that Direct be a mixed bag of everything. Maybe throw in one of these big titles we've been dying to hear more about, Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4, even if it's just a cinematic trailer, just to tease us a little bit more, and then give us more games around it, showcase some indies, and I'll be happy. I will say though, for those out there that want just more juicy rumors, something that's really strong coming from those same sources, I'm hearing talk of Metroid Prime Trilogy on Switch. Not to be shown at that Direct. There isn't a correlation there just yet. I would like to see it at that Direct. It'd be really nice to hold us over for Metroid Prime 4, and we did see that happen on the Wii U when we were just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for a new Zelda game. They kept giving us the HD Zeldas in the meantime to just hold us over, and I would like to see that happen with Metroid in the next 6-ish months, and apparently the rumor mill is saying we are getting that. It seems like something that should happen, so hopefully we'll see it at this second Direct, if the Direct happens, and if this rumor is true. I'm just telling you guys that where all this information comes from, they've been right several times in the past, or else I wouldn't stand up here blabbing about it because I'd make myself look stupid, and as of yet, every time I have reported on the information from these people, I haven't made myself look stupid yet. So whoever you are, thank you. If you're watching this, hit me up sometime. I keep having to go through people. You just come straight to me. It would be fine. And now about the new Smash characters. Earlier today, actually, marketing material allegedly leaked on the internet showing a new banner of Smash Brothers. It's that same one that they keep adding characters to, but with a bunch of new characters added to it. And if you actually study it and zoom in and look at it, it looks really legit. Like, time went into this thing whether it was a fake or whether it's real. So what are the new characters we're seeing on it? So far, the identified characters are Shadow the Hedgehog, Isaac, Ken, which honestly, whether this promotional thing is fake or not, Ken makes a lot of sense. Ryu was such a weird addition that I was happy about, but he never really has fit, in my opinion, and he needs a buddy. He's so alone in the Smash roster. We also have Mac Rider and Chorus Kid and supposedly Gino from Super Mario RPG. That's one of them things that as soon as I see that, I'm like, ah, it's such a fan service thing that I just don't, it screams fake. I don't want to say that Nintendo doesn't give us fan service from time to time, like Shadow of the Hedgehog in Smash and Gino. It's such fan service that it makes it look fake. And the final one is Banjo-Kazooie. And again, I'm not saying that it's not a possibility that this could be happening already, despite whether this is fake or true, because these are a lot of things that people have really wanted for a long time. Nintendo has a really good relationship with Microsoft right now. Banjo-Kazooie is really requested. We saw him on the N64. It's not like it wouldn't be amazing and awesome and actually draw people in to buy the game. I could totally see Nintendo doing this, but this promotional material is, as far as anyone can see, anyone I know, anyone involved, these same sources that seem to know everything about Nintendo, everyone is on the same page with, this is like, yeah, this is fake. This is most likely fake. There's little to slim chance this is gonna end up being real. Personally, I really want it to be true because I feel like Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic would look cool together, and again, it would bring a lot of people into the game, which would just help the game's sales. I would love to play as Ken. I would love to have Ryu have his buddy Ken in the game, and Banjo-Kazooie, and who's not going to love Banjo-Kazooie in Smash Brothers? It will be in my top 5 most used characters, so I would love for this to be true. But everything is pointing towards it being fake. There's no way to really tell right now other than you yourself going and looking at the article that I'll leave down below and making up your own mind about it. All I'm saying is, if you're hearing these leaks around the internet right now, I would get excited for a couple of new directs, but I wouldn't get excited for these characters, not until Nintendo actually comes out and announces them. And finally, I want to end on something that's actually fact, rumors aside. A little bit of news you might have heard already because it dropped quite a few days ago now, but again, I was editing videos that you should go and watch after this, and I wasn't making news blasts. But for those that were following along with my Walking Dead saga and how much I loved the games and how heartbreaking it was to me to find out on camera that the Walking Dead Telltale game was getting the axe, we now have what is definitely the best case scenario from that entire situation happening. Robert Kirkman himself, the legend behind the Walking Dead comics, the man who wrote the story and then continued to help form and shape the TV show and essentially has spawned this entire Walking Dead universe right down to the Telltale games, didn't want to see the Walking Dead Telltale game franchise demolished, destroyed, fade away into nothing. So recently at a Comic-Con panel, he announced that he will be funding the games, getting the same developers in to finish it. The 3rd chapter will apparently be launching by the end of the year, and I'm not surprised the 3rd chapter's coming out this year because apparently it was in final production when the doors at Telltale closed. All the animation, voice work, and actual gameplay had already been completed. They were just nailing down the final bugs before they were getting ready to release it. So once they've polished that one off and they've jumped into the 4th chapter, again, it will have the same Telltale writers and 100% of former Telltale staff will be finishing up the game. So again, this is definitely best case scenario. We talked about another company coming in to finish it, and I don't really like that idea because even though the script was apparently written for all 4 parts, I just didn't want anyone other than Telltale handling it. It wouldn't feel right. It just would have felt like kicking them while they're down to have someone else finish what they started. So that's the current update on Telltale. We're not going to see any of their other games, obviously. This is just Walking Dead finishing Walking Dead. After that, sadly, Telltale is going to be gone, which is still really sad in itself. A company that I absolutely adore and I have for years now. I don't want to see them go. I want to see more from them in the future. That's not going to happen, and that is still very heartbreaking. But there's definitely something more immediate about The Walking Dead being axed halfway through. It's don't leave that unfinished while you leave. Like, I've come to terms with the fact Telltale is gone, but I wasn't ready to come to terms with the fact that you didn't finish that on your way out. My condolences are still there for sure, and it's still very heartbreaking. You know how I talked about all those videos that I spent a lot of time editing? Well, you should click or tap on this one right here to find out why the controls are just so bad in that game. If you like this video or you learned a little something, which you might have, make sure you subscribe because I'd really appreciate it. We've become best friends, and I'll see you in the next video. And I'm mad at you because you haven't clicked or tapped on that yet, or else you wouldn't still be here. So hurry up. Love you.